In this episode, we'll discuss the significance of diversifying your digital asset portfolio, the recent developments around Ethereum, ConsenSys, and the Free PZ ETH gate, as well as the implications of the Ripple versus SEC update. It will arrive soon, after which we will discuss the equation and how people, the XRP ledger, will serve as the link between all of these things, so please take a seat back now. Let's unwind and dive into the world of Bitcoin. Currently, it's down 3%. I'm just giving it a quick review. You're aware that it's still down, despite a 3% decrease this morning. 31% at this time. At 65.0, Ethereum is up 2.26%, while USD remains pegged to the dollar, with USDC at 99 cents and XRP at 35.58. And I assume yesterday as well, I believe that the market's potential decline, if it occurs, could range from a maximum of 10 to 15%, or it could be as low as 7%. But that's all. As you can see, this is the closest we can get when trying to find bottoms. To reach the bottom, we won't be able to schedule this T precisely or nail this object at the exact location where the work will be done. This is the point at which the value of Bitcoin drops from 65 to 60,000, but it's still a significant change. The price of Bitcoin has decreased from 49 to 46 cents. Over time, the only factor that matters is whether you are averaging your dollar costs and buying dips, as this is what most people do. Additionally, most individuals who are new to crypto tend to buy when the price starts to rise. After all, does it make a difference whether you purchase XRP at 46 cents or 49 cents when we're discussing a 3, 4, or 5 cent value? It's not how things work in the cryptocurrency market. Affairs move up. People start to wonder, oh, what if this is the last drop? What if this is only going to go up? Things eventually fall apart, which is why DCA is your best friend. Now that we know this, let's talk about why you should diversify your digital portfolio. Right now, this is it. Many people develop an interest in cryptocurrency, but their interest does not grow further. When I tell you the story of the mistake I made back in 2017, you will undoubtedly shed tears. You will undoubtedly feel sorry for me when I look into your eyes. I was a kind of crypto. As a newcomer to the market in 2017, I lacked a deep understanding of technology and current trends. I reasoned that if I invested my money in anything, I would make a significant amount of money, that if something was cheaper, I would receive a higher return, and that everything would eventually replicate or evolve. At the peak of Bitcoin's rise to $18,000 in 2017, I believed that everything would replicate or become more valuable. That's how I perceived myself. 7 years later, we are still blind. I think I currently own between 15 and 20 distinct cryptocurrencies, and that's only because I started purchasing those additional assets this year. If I hadn't had my blind spots and had known as much as I do now about market diversification, I could have easily made between $15 and $20 million in 2017. I understand why you would want that kind of money. For those of you who are unaware, let's delve into the details of what transpired during the chain connection. Back then, the day was set. 10, 20, 30 cents. It was a rather inexpensive chain. The link currently costs around $15. I could have earned a lot more cash if I just took the time to conduct the study and realized that there won't be a single victor at this point. Am I suggesting that you should sell your XRP and pursue other opportunities? In other words, I'm proposing that during the 3 years of the bear market, everyone should have been making weekly purchases. It doesn't matter if those purchases only total $5 or $10 each week. Over 3 years, it adds up. It was for Casper, I did. Maybe for 15 months, but for 14. Right now, I'm doing it for Quant. I've been doing it for XLM. At the end of the day, I buy. Because I am diversifying my money, my DCA will be so low that when these things do move, and if some other assets outperform, for example, Chainlink outperforming XLM, or HBAR outperforming Casper, or XRP outperforming everything, I will be well positioned in all of these different cryptos. It doesn't matter how many coins you can get for $1, what matters is the return those coins will provide. To put it simply, let's say you have 10,000 XRP that you could have bought at $50. While 10,000 seems like a very attractive amount, if XRP only increases by 2x and you buy a Chainlink, Polkadot, or Casper that has a higher valuation, let's say the Chainlink because it currently has a higher valuation, you might only have 200 Chainlinks. In contrast to your 10,000 XRP, you will ultimately earn significantly more if your Chainlink performs at a 5x or 10x rate, regardless of the actual number of coins you own. To be honest, it took me a year and a half to overcome this issue, as my focus was always on the number of coins I would receive in return. However, the real question is, how many XS will that return generate for you? Jan states, hello, do you believe Link made $100? Let me inform you, folks, that we have already coded and locked in a $100 Chainlink. 100% of it will reach more than $100. It's not financial advice, but I believe we're getting closer to those 2 to 250 markers on the Chainlink. That's around $14. I'm telling you what I'm doing, not what you should do. Look at this, then take it or leave it, and deal with it as you like. We received Daddy Currency and Mommy Coin, as we called them. Our coin has a sister, who, indeed, is emerging as a brother. We'll talk about that in the next section. By 2025, stablecoins will decrease in value. Almost everywhere, there is electronic money. Fantastic forecast from Circle's Jeremy Ayre. He is correct. He is correct. With only stable currency, how do you think Ripple is gaining ground on Tether and losing its dominant position? Let's go straight to the latest on the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit. St. Aldera adds his thoughts. He says this. Well, this is a huge victory for ConsenSys, even though there are still unanswered problems. It implies that the SEC does not consider Ethereum sales and offers securities transactions, or that Ethereum is not secure. When asked, will Gary Jensen now clarify the current state of MetaMask and the stakes involved in it? A government is powerless to regulate. Yes, that's a great question. They're selecting winners and losers, so even though we understood what they were doing with Ethereum raising, ConsenSys is apparent. Is there money in an ICO to finance the business, yet? What action will Gary Gensler take when confronted with this question? What is Ethereum? Is it not a security? Is a question that will undoubtedly come up 100 times for him. What is this should clearly reveal his response. No, my question wasn't about how much money Ripple spent fighting the SEC, rather, I wanted you to compare that amount to what we collectively spent. Nevertheless, institutional sales representatives for XRP and Ripple are still available to legitimate institutions. The SEC will undoubtedly find out when, however, we have reached an agreement. The person who was selling disguised whales advised people to fabricate identities to purchase an unlimited number of tokens for their ICO. We, the holders of XRP, are free to express our opinions, but keep in mind that the lawsuits have an impact on the price of XRP. Are you on one side or the other? Ripple never had an ICO. The crucial point in this situation is that completion is necessary for Ripple to continue its operations, expand its footprint in the US, and restore its on-demand liquidity and financial flow. The biggest benefits of XRP and on-demand liquidity will go to Grams, but returning to the game, scaring Western Union and getting them on board, as well as getting PayPal and Amazon to use Ripple stablecoin to help them with payouts since they're an international company. However, we still need to ask ourselves, why is there a problem? For institutional sales, we know where the XRP is going and how it will be used, but there is still a case pending against Ripple. When contrasted with what ConsenSys did, which was essentially illegal on the black market, we're still here. 3 years later, in 2024, we're still pondering over YouTube videos and trying to predict the timing of the lawsuit. Finally, consider it for a moment.